When you hear the term refined carbohydrates, it might sound harmless, maybe even more palatable, softer, or easier to digest. But the truth is, refining a grain strips away far more than just texture. It removes the very nutrients that make the grain valuable in the first place. One of the most significant losses in this process is the group of essential B vitamins, especially B1, thiamine, B3, niacin, and B5, pantothenic acid. These vitamins are crucial for your body's ability to metabolize carbohydrates into usable energy, so removing them from your food means you're left with calories that do a lot less for you. Understanding what's lost in the milling process can help explain why refined carbs, like white rice and white flour, are often linked to fatigue, poor metabolic health, and even long-term nutrient deficiencies. To really grasp what happens, let's go back to the structure of a whole grain. Whether it's rice, wheat, or oats, a whole grain is composed of three parts: the bran, the germ, and the endosperm. The bran is the fiber-rich outer layer packed with B vitamins, antioxidants, and minerals. The germ is the small nutrient-dense core that contains healthy fats, more B vitamins, and other key phytonutrients. And the endosperm is the starchy middle, mostly carbohydrates with a modest amount of protein. During the refining process, when whole wheat becomes white flour and brown rice becomes white rice, both the bran and germ are removed. What's left is just the starchy endosperm. This makes the grain softer, whiter, and with a longer shelf life. But it also removes about 60% to 80% of the B vitamin content, particularly thiamine, B1, niacin, B3, and pantothenic acid, B5. These are not just minor players. They are vital coenzymes your body needs to break down those same carbohydrates into ADP, the energy currency used by every cell in your body. Take white rice, for example. When brown rice is milled and polished into white rice, almost all of its thiamine is lost. Historically, this led to a widespread deficiency disease called beriberi in populations that relied heavily on white rice as a staple food. Beriberi can cause symptoms ranging from weakness and fatigue to nerve damage and heart failure, all because of a lack of one vitamin that was present in the original whole grain. White rice is now often enriched with synthetic thiamine to prevent this, but it's never quite the same as getting it from its natural, whole source. The same story applies to white flour. In fact, by law in many countries, white flour must be enriched with B1, B2, B3, and iron to make up for what's been stripped away. But even then, not all the lost nutrients are restored. Pantothenic acid, B5, and vitamin E, for instance, are rarely added back in any meaningful quantity. Why does this matter? Because enrichment is essentially damage control. It tries to replace what was taken, but it can't fully replicate the complexity of the original whole food. Whole grains contain not just B vitamins, but also fiber, healthy fats, and a symphony of phytonutrients that work together to support digestion, metabolism, and long-term health. When you eat a refined grain, you're getting fast-digesting starch with very little nutritional support. That means your body burns through it quickly, spiking blood sugar, causing insulin swings, and giving you energy that doesn't last. Meanwhile, the absence of those critical B vitamins slows your body's ability to efficiently metabolize the starch in the first place. Contrast that with whole grains like brown rice, oats, or whole wheat bread, and the picture looks entirely different. These foods provide not only sustained-release carbohydrates, but also the B vitamins that your enzymes need to convert those carbs into energy. It's a complete system, a nutrient-dense package built by nature to feed and fuel your body all at once. The fiber also slows digestion, preventing spikes in blood sugar and keeping you fuller longer. The result is a more stable mood, sharper focus, and greater energy throughout the day. To be clear, enriched grains still have a place, especially in helping populations avoid severe deficiencies when access to whole grains is limited. But from a health and metabolic standpoint, they are a compromise. The real value lies in eating grains as close to their natural form as possible. When you choose whole wheat over white bread or brown rice instead of white, you're choosing more than just fiber. You're choosing a grain that works with your body, not against it. You're preserving the B vitamins that energize your brain, power your muscles, and keep your metabolism humming. In the end, what's lost in the milling process isn't just nutrients, it's balance. It's the symphony of vitamins, minerals, and natural compounds that whole grains were designed to deliver. Enrichment helps, but it's no substitute for the real thing. Whole grains are more than a source of carbohydrates. They're a complete energy package, and when we strip them down, we strip away much of what makes food truly nourishing.